All right, folks. So the first thing we're going to do is go to Tinkercad for this project. So go to Tinkercad. Be careful because there's a lot of different stuff here. Usually it defaults to 3D design. We're going to go to circuits and create a new circuit. And before we mess with ATTINYs in class, I want you guys to just demonstrate to me how you would upload it. To an ATTINY5, and I'll explain in a second. So first thing we're going to do is get a breadboard, and we're going to get an Arduino. So let me just see if I can type in Arduino. An Arduino Uno R3 sounds good to me. That's pretty much a standard Arduino here. Remember, if you don't like the way this is setting, you could push R over and over again and rotate it to like that way, or maybe that way is a little bit easier for you. Whatever your orientation you want, doesn't really matter. And we're going to need an ATTINY. So I'm going to go to all and then type in ATTINY, and there it is right there. It's a little 8-pin ATTINY. It will go right here somewhere in the middle of the breadboard like that, between the breaker bar right here. And then bring this here. And I just want you to show me how you would wire this thing over here. Like obviously, like maybe 5 volts goes here, and definitely a ground from here, or the ground from here. Probably this side will be a ground. And remember, you can click and click like that. So you don't have to go through this like that. For example, if I want this positive, if you make it a little clearer for me to read, so I can tell you've done it correctly, you might want to route stuff around and just click a couple of times, so that way you're not shooting stuff over each other and it's hard for me to read. And go ahead and wire this up. How do you program this? This does not have a USB port. This doesn't have anything but 8 pins on it. How do we program it when we write code for this? How do we do that? Well, we write our code in Arduino code like usual, but we have to wire this thing to this, and this Arduino will send the code over to this. So I need to show you, just show me how to wire that. That was in the video I gave you the other day. Also, you can look up how to program ATTINY85. And if you look up how to program an ATTINY85, that should kind of do it. Like if I just type in how to program ATTINY85, there you go, and you see all these wiring diagrams, and it'll show you a million different ways, but in the end it's pretty much the same way every time. So go ahead and do that, and then show me that. Upload a picture of your design from here, and that should do it. The only thing I'm going to ask you to do, though, is just make sure everybody's turning in their own work and stuff like that, is if you can add a text right here. We can go like this, and then you can add that. You can put this wherever you want, really, but probably put it maybe right here, on the upper right corner. That way I know where to look. And you put your name here, and then I know everybody's turning in their own work and whatnot. And that's it, okay, for this assignment.